Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here, and another great video for you today. It's all about what's going on behind the scenes at Workhorse. That's an EV company, electrical vehicle company, that's got a lot of things working for it, and it had a contract with the Postal Service that fell through and the stock was down. And I took a look, the stock is down about 30% over the year. Well, I know, but I've got some things to talk about in regards to the stock that could be a catalyst to move this stock up higher. Things like, well, we're going to get into it. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget, folks, to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be alerted. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and share it, especially if this is information that could be useful to people in your social circle. All right, so Workhorse, an EV company in a slew of a lot of EV companies, but I've got a lot of things to put together for you to help you to make a better decision on if this stock has got some great explosive potential, even though it's been down over 30% over the last year. First things first, let's go into the news articles. So, what was the big thing that was driving Workhorse earlier this year? This is a July story. Why Workhorse stock is up 16%? Well, the thing was, Workhorse investors are hopeful for a USPS deal, the United States Postal Service. Everybody thought that Workhorse was going to get this. However, there's not a lot of talk in the deal with the EV maker. Even so, heavy trading has shares of Workhorse stocks on the rise today, and that was back on July 20th of 2022. So what happened? Well, what happened was the U.S. Postal Service awarded the contract to Oshkosh. So Oshkosh is a military grade company that does a lot of stuff for the military. And here's their website. And if I go over to electric vehicles and scroll up, go to electric vehicles, there it is, right on their website. They got the order for the U.S. Postal Service, and they also are working on electric fire stuff too as well. So there's a lot of great innovation going on with Oshkosh. But the biggest thing I had to look for is, have they delivered any vehicles for the Postal Service as of yet? Now, I know the contract was given back in March or something or of another. So I'm wondering, it's going to take time for them to put it together. They weren't a real big player in this space. They were entering into this space. But when I look at going into what Workhorse was already in this space. And I'm thinking that Oshkosh got the deal because they probably bid low on the contract. That's my thinking. But the U.S. Postal Service to increase its order of electric vehicles. Now, as I scroll down a little bit, let's go see. Here's the story. So far in 2021, the Postal Service finally made ready to update its fleet of delivery vehicles after about a decade of dithering. Is that like blathering? Is that like bloviating? Is that like, I don't know. It could be a lot of different things. Postmaster Louis DeJoy thumbed his nose at President Biden to call to electrify the U.S. government's vehicle fleet, blah, 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 and awarded a 10-year contract to Wisconsin-based Oshkosh Defense to manufacture a new generation of vehicles, most of which would use legacy fossil fuel powertrains. All right. Since then, Congress has tried to steer blah, 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 blah. Now, the USPS has moved a bit further in the electric direction, telling Reuters that it proposes to purchase 25,000 EVs out of its initial order of 50,000 from Oshkosh, which has yet, to the best of our knowledge, never built an EV. The agency also plans to buy more than 34,500 commercial off-the-shelf delivery vehicles. So these are companies that they're going to go to and say, hey, I need some vehicles. Hey, I need some vehicles. And they're going to go and get them as well over 2 years. So they have a 10-year contract with Oshkosh, but over the next 2 years, they're going to go to off-the-shelf delivery vehicles, people who already have the vehicles, including as many BEVs as commercially available and consistent with our delivery profile. In total, the United States Postal Service says at least 40% of the 84,000 vehicles it plans to buy will be EVs. Let me go further down in the story. The USPS latest move turned the spotlight on who? Workhorse Group, which had widely been considered as the front runner to win the vehicle contract before it got snubbed in 2021. Could those 34,500 commercial off-the-shelf delivery vehicles include some Workhorse products? No one has said so, but it would certainly seem a possibility considering that the company specializes in last-mile delivery vehicles and counts FedEx and UPS among its customers already. Following the USPS announcement, investors bid Workhorse stock up almost 16%. Apparently, however, the smart money soon decided that a windfall for Workhorse wasn't in the cards after all. As of this writing, Workhorse is falling back down to where it was before the United Postal Service announcement. So again, why are you doing this story, Glenn? Well, I think that if Workhorse is already in the space, they can already provide the vehicles, then I think the Postal Service doesn't have any other choice but to at least look at them and get some orders for them. They can probably put out the vehicles a lot quicker than what Oshkosh, who hasn't already put out any vehicles as of yet right now. So that's a positive for Workhorse. Now, there's another side of that. How about Workhorse is doing a little bit more to upgrade the technology of the truck? Here's another company. Linamar to supply commercial vehicle e-axle program to who? To Workhorse Group. This e-axle is great new technology from Linamar. And it says here, this is Linamar's first major e-axle contract with a commercial vehicle OEM and builds upon the previous success in the light vehicle e-axle segment. Linamar will be the tier 1 supplier for a complete beam e-axle system. So as I read further in this story, and this is a Canadian traded stock, ticker symbol LNR. It's not on the U.S. yet. I think that would be a good positive thing if it can be listed on the U.S. at some point in time, and we'll see what happens with that. But that, again, is behind the story, behind the view of what's going on with Workhorse to upgrade the trucks. Now, in doing this e-axle and doing the electric vehicle, they promised not to take away from the delivery van size, so you can still put the same amount of product in that van to deliver all the goods that you need to deliver. Now, why is that important? Because I think that this space is growing right along with the retail space of the vehicles, of cars, of electric cars. How about this? In the commercial space, Lightning e-motors, passenger electric vehicles. How about Rivian? New story. Rivian stock jumps and will make an all-electric commercial vehicles with Mercedes. Commercial vehicles. Amazon makes a deal with Stellantis to buy electric Ram ProMaster delivery vans in 2023. Walmart aims to expand delivery fleet with Canoo electric vehicles. This space, along with the retail space, is a good space to be in from an EV perspective. Now, still, a lot of people are not on board with the EVs because of a lot of different things. All I'm telling you is that these companies are giving you, as an investor, as a subscriber to this YouTube channel, an opportunity to make money in these stocks. So that's all of the news that I have behind it. I like that the USPS is coming back around and saying, listen, we need to get some more vehicles. We're putting more emphasis on our electric vehicles. And now the company that we didn't give the contract to, Workhorse, we might have to come back to you and get some of those vehicles from you. And Workhorse is already ready to give them some vehicles if they get a contract for some of those cars, whereas Oshkosh hasn't produced one yet. And then I'm looking at that whole updated technology with the Linamar e-axle in these vehicles to make these vehicles even more efficient as electric vehicles. That's number 2 going behind it. And then number 3, the ramp up in the commercial space for electric vehicles. That's the third thing that I think is going to be good behind the scenes for Workhorse as well. All right, let's get into the stock. And I'm giving you another stock as well. Well, Workhorse is the stock. Again, it's down, fundamentally not sound. It's not in an uptrend right now, so this is catalyst news that could push the stock higher. What I'm looking for is looking for a good buying opportunity if it presents itself. Again, folks, this is news. It's not real until a contract is signed or given to Workhorse to push it higher if that happens. Remember when the news about the post office are going to get the cars from them or the vehicles from them, it pushed the stock higher. The contract hasn't been pushed out there, but there's a potential for the Postal Service to go look at them to get the off-the-shelf vehicles that are already there. Cars is the ETF to play the whole space. I still think I look at NIO, I look at Tesla, I look at Lucid, I look at Ford, I look all of the retail cars, all of the retail vehicles that are out there are going to push that ETF higher. And then if you get a ramp up in the commercial space, it's going to push that ETF higher. That is my bonus stock for you this evening when I give you this video to play the whole space. Now, let's put them on a graph. Remember, here's cars. This is intraday today. Nice move, a lot of gappiness, not a lot of volume on this ETF, but nice move up today. Let's go put this on a 6-month graph. Now, a lot of choppiness, and again, it's a space that a lot of people have apprehension about. Well, you know, I really don't know if I want to get into that whole space with EVs. I'm not looking at a bottom left to top right, but I do see that it's pulled back. I do see that the ETF is ramping up. A lot of news coming out about a lot of different EVs, and it's starting to move this up. What I'm looking for on an end-of-day basis is for the 3 exponential moving average to bump up against or above the 8 exponential. And here's Workhorse. Again, this is news-driven right now. None of this has come to fruition. I need you guys to keep your eyes on it. At least you're getting some background as to what could push Workhorse higher prior to it moving. I'm not telling anybody to go buy it right now, but I am telling you to keep your eyes on it. And I still think that the post office may have no other choice but to go to a company like Workhorse if they're looking to get some of these vehicles into their inventory now. Folks, it's up to you to make your own decisions in regards to all of this. My job is to bring you the news. Why? Because we do the work, you reap the rewards. Folks, if you really did find this information useful, share this video, hit the like button, help to support our channel. Folks, this is what it's all about. We're here to help you out. Folks, this video is over. And until the next time, see ya.